John Hostess! You know, there's some people that still use a Hostess trolley. Generation X and the Millenniums, you might remember them from the game shows that used to go on the telly. But we have got tonight a different generation. We've got the 6-7 generation, so let me explain. Hostess trolley then. Imagine you prepare food in an entirely different room to where it's going to be eaten. You're going to be in a fooding room. So this food from the kitchen is put in, hot, into the Hostess trolley, and then it is ceremoniously wheeled into the room where you are waiting. And the thing with the Hostess trolley is the moment you make the connection with the Hostess trolley, something weird happens. It is that little bar with the Hostess trolley. The moment you touch it, you go a little bit equine. A little bit of the equus comes over you. I don't know what it is. I haven't touched one for a while. But you touch this thing, you're looking like Daphne from Scooby-Doo. The foot sort of splays to the side. Like that. And you don't walk with a Hostess trolley, you trot with a Hostess trolley. Which is weird because you've got the splayed foot. Anyway, my mate, his ex-girlfriend, she's got a Hostess trolley. Not a redundant foot, a Hostess trolley. And I was at a party where she used the Hostess trolley. It was a nice party, actually. So there we were. I was a little bit tipsy, a little bit drunk, and full of the most crispiest roast potatoes you could imagine. Indeed, it was a crispiness that you could only achieve on the Hostess Hot Point 3000. And I wanted to tell my mate about this. I wanted to let him know about having this meal, being the Hostess trolley. So I go home, I find a little picture online, on Google Images. Oh, my little 6-7 generation is wondering, why didn't you just get out your phone and why didn't you take a picture there and then? I don't know, I didn't. I waited till I got home, I'm on Google Images, and I get a picture of a Hostess trolley. Well, first picture I see, which is a small plastic Hostess trolley being pushed by a small plastic dog called Cindy. If you don't know Cindy, she was British, probably born in Kent or Woolworths. And so, this is where the problem started. It was all good until then, because you've got Google Images is just connected with everything else you do on the internet. Every platform I go on, from there on in, I am being saturated by the little colourful lifestyle of Cindy. I've seen her bedroom, I've seen her sofa set, I've even seen her camping lifestyle. My takeaway from this is that Cindy, she might be most happy when she's at the stables with horses. In fact, when she's there, you can just about, when she's on a horse, you can just about see her little plastic pout break at the sides when she's riding a horse. I've seen everything about Cindy, being saturated with this, and I've come to the conclusion that she is utterly lonely. She may, oh no, it's sadder than that. Not that sad, she got money, you know what I mean? So, she may have the Citrus Surprise summer tea set. But I can guarantee you that Cindy is sat there on her own tinkling the china. Back in the day, people used to advertise for Cindy. Famous faces used to advertise for Cindy. You get real famous voices doing commercials on the telly. As a kid, you'd switch on and then you'd see the telly and these famous voices there. I can't imagine, though, Sean Connery, the old James Bond actor, advertising the Citrus Sunrise Summer Tea Set. You're actually thinking about it. Okay. Sure, don't make Miss Moneypenny. Let's make plunge over the Citrus Sunrise Summer Tea Set. I'll give it one more go. So why is it Chinese girls always taste the best when they're using the Citrus Sunrise Summer Tea Set? So anyway, Cindy, with her tea set, is utterly lonely. But she did have friends. She even had a boyfriend. His name was called Paul. The fact he's called Paul is not funny. There could well be people called Paul in this room. We could gather, there's a Paul. We could gather Paul from over there, stand him in front of you, and you could simply laugh at it. It's a poor Paul, I'm thinking. Paul, thank you very much. He was called Paul, okay? Not this Paul, but Paul, Cindy's Paul. There was one 1978, fashioned as Armster. It was Paul. He presented himself on the beach. He was wearing a sort of high trim there, turquoise flannel shorts and a crazy pink flamingo throw. He put a strain on their relationship. Things weren't the same after that. Paul had let it out of the bag at that point, and Cindy was on the phone to her sister, Mitch. Well, Mitch knew not to pick up the phone, didn't she? She not daft. Mitch and Cindy, a little bit alike, but Mitch didn't have the plastic in the same way Cindy did. She couldn't run that car as fast, okay? Mitch pretty much had her meals as microwave meals in front of the telly. Oh, she wouldn't miss Loose Women. She knew what she was doing. But anyway, so Mitch didn't pick up the phone. She turns to her friend. She turns to her friend, Poppet. Pregnant Poppet. Oh, some of you remember pregnant Poppet. She were pregnant for 2 years, Poppet were. She had the gestation period of a small elephant. When that kid finally popped out, Poppet's pushing it round in a 3-wheel stroller. Oh, but the kid don't have no name, does it? Oh, I don't want to pry, don't want to be nosy. I don't think the father of a name either. So, we've got Poppet. In the playground, kids are starting to be rude to Poppet. No longer called Poppet, is she? No, look, well, she weren't pregnant, was she? She can't be called pregnant Poppet. You've got kids in the playground calling her Poppet in. She earned the bloody title. Simple as, rumour went round she was with Action Man. And if you see it, there's a picture, it was in Smash Hits magazine. She were borrowing, most weekends, Cindy's beach top open buggy. Well, the picture in Smash Hits magazine, with it on the coast, far away in the coast, it looks like there's like 2 windbreaks all wrapped up, folded in a sort of V shape coming out the back of the beach, open top beach buggy. Yeah, you worked it out. You need to look closer. That's Poppet in with her legs akimbo on the back seat, isn't it? Well, it weren't my Action Man. He joined the Paras at that time. I'd saved up enough money and I'd gone to Baker's Bazaar just round the corner, and it was about £1.49, and I bought him a nylon parachute. Love my bloody nylon parachute. I don't think Action Man did. Instructions on the back, quite simple. Fold it nice and neat, tuck it under his arm, launch him in the air, and he floats down to earth. I was playing with Action Man all afternoon, tossing up in the air, damn parachute wouldn't open. He had more injuries than that guy off the Odyssey. My Action Man could have been playing with a wild boar and suffered less injuries than what I was causing him. I was launching in the air and just landed straight back down on the ground again. Well, it was 3 o'clock and I thought, do you know what, I've got to give it one final cut. So I'm wrapping up the little parachute, tucking it under his arm, and I'm putting a bit of risk, don't I, to try and get him a bit higher. Oh, he did go a little bit higher. He went roof height, didn't he? Landed on the bloody roof. Well, Action Man knew what to do, he's not daft. He did a little commando run to try and get out of the situation. But the gutter found him first. I was 7 when I threw Action Man up in that. When I threw Action Man up, I was 7. He stayed up on the gutter for 3 years, Action Man did. My little Action Man, bless him, he had those lovely eagle eyes. The eagle eyes that you've got at the back there. And I used to play with this long before I touched him up on the roof. I used to play with his eagle eyes, because you can make him look left, you can make him look right, you can make him look left, all right, with his eagle eyes. Well, it was a storm what brought him down from the roof, wasn't it? I was 7 when he went up, I was 10 when he came down. And it weren't just me that had changed. Action Man had grown too. I was out there patting down Action Man that had fallen off the roof, and he wouldn't look at me. It was a lack of trust. A betrayal. He wouldn't look at me, he couldn't look at me. Well, his eagle eyes had broken, haven't they? Thank you very much.